Welcome to Mobility Insider. I'm Morten Hannesbo, your host on this program. Are you a Tesla hater or a Tesla lover? I'm neither, but I am impressed by the business success of Tesla in recent years. Today we're going to have a look at the best-selling Tesla, the Model Y long range, which is also the best-selling in the Model Y series. So this is a hugely important car for Tesla, and it is becoming more and more popular all over the world. This Model Y was produced this year in Germany at the Tesla factory, and that factory, of course, focuses mainly on the European market. It is a new factory. It is recently built just a year and a half ago, and it produces already 5,000 new Model Ys per week. So do expect to see many more of these cars around on our streets over the coming months. The capacity will grow to 500,000 Model Y from the Berlin factory within the next 12 months. Of all the major car makes, Tesla is the one that is growing the fastest. Tesla is growing 40% per year in volume, which is quite impressive. Last year they produced 1.3 million cars, and this year I expect them to produce around 1.85 million cars, which will be another 35% on top of last year. That will bring Tesla at a higher number than Audi, and it will bring Tesla close to the level of the sales of BMW and Mercedes. I do think that is quite impressive. This number of cars, having just 4 models in the market, and of course the best-selling Model Y is taking the lion's share of that sales. Now, why is it that the Tesla Model Y is so successful and is taking so much sales within the Tesla range? Well, first of all, it is the latest model that they brought out. Secondly, it is in a price range that many people are able to afford. And thirdly, the other models in the range are getting a little bit older. The Model 3 is 5 years old, and the Model S is 10 years old, and the Model X is about 8 years old. So this is the latest Tesla, and it does deliver on space, size, and on affordable pricing. And the Model Y is indeed a fine car. This is the long-range version with the 75 kilowatt-hour battery and a range of 535 kilometers. This is a dual-motor version, so it's got 4-wheel drive as well. Tesla will offer you more power, more interior space, will offer you a longer range, at least as good charging speed as the German competition, if not better, and that at a much lower price. Let's talk a bit about the performance of the vehicle. This is the long range. Will give you acceleration 0 to 100 in just 5 seconds. Top speed is 217 kilometers per hour. Tesla also makes the Model Y in a performance model that is even faster and has an even higher top speed. In my opinion, it does convey a really modern, high-tech image when you look at it. It is extremely smooth. The drag coefficient is 0.23, which is very low for the car. Gives you lower noise levels and better fuel economy. Now, this is a substantial vehicle. It's quite long. It's 1.62 meters tall. That gives you a lot of space inside the vehicle. I don't think this pearl white color is the best color for the Model Y, but I think overall they've done a quite good job with that. The design, the matching colors, the black and the white, and also the way they made the door handles. I like these door handles actually better than on the Model S. They open quite nicely like this. I think that is a very good solution that Tesla has chosen. Okay, the benefit of the larger size of the Tesla Y is that you get a significant number of liters for your luggage in the rear. So as you see, there is quite a lot of space, in total 854 liters, including the storage you have here, further storage you have there, and of course you then have to take off the tonneau cover. The cover is a little bit of a funny one. I don't think it works really well. but it is practical in the sense that you can fold it like this, but it is just not premium or luxury like. I think it's a little bit of a funny one. If you want to take it out, you can do that. You have to lift it up, pull it out like this, and then you have to put it somewhere. And when you put it back in, it's a little bit fiddly. So that's when you tried it a couple of times, it actually works. But this is not the best solution. You can do better than that, Tesla. Just huge amount of space behind the Tesla. So one thing you appreciate with the Teslas is that they built in a frunk. In the Model Y you have 117 liters in the front of the vehicle that easily takes a cabin-sized suitcase like that and gives you extra space. Inside, in the Tesla Model Y, what you are greeted with, of course, the big screen in the middle, the 15-inch control screen. But then you have a lot of air because the front screen is quite big, so it lets in quite a lot of visibility. You have very good quality plastics, plastic wood, but it looks nice, Alcantara on the side, synthetic leather in the seats. Here you can put your phone and it will charge inductively while you're traveling. Plenty of storage, bottle holders, good space in the door pockets, more storage. So when you compare the Tesla to the German premium competition, there isn't a lot of difference. You can argue that probably Audi or BMW give you slightly better looking seats, but these are very comfortable. And I don't think the difference between what Tesla offers and what you get from BMW, Audi, Mercedes and company is 15 to 20,000 more Swiss francs worth. Maybe specifically to the steering wheel, that is probably less premium than the rest of the cabin, but it's nice, thick, the feel is good. And what you have in Model Y, which you didn't have in the Model S, is that here you have the gear selector, which is on a stalk, so it's quite easy to use, including the parking brake. And here you have the indicators and the washers for the screen. So that is a better solution in the Model Y than in the Model S I tested. But yeah, I think the steering wheel could be more premium. In the rear of the Tesla, there isn't much to talk about. You've got USB charging, got pockets for magazines and other stuff. You've got an armrest and cup holders. Door opens electrically. And you have plenty of space for knees and for your feet that go under the seat. And headroom is just incredible. Quite okay in the rear. It does take some time to get used to driving the Tesla Model Y because it is extremely minimalistic. You don't have a dashboard, so when you want to see how fast you're going, this is the only place you can see it. And the minimalistic approach does, of course, give you some advantages in design, and there's a lot of air and space around you, but it is a little bit tricky because everything happens on the screen. So this is the speedometer in the Tesla Model Y. If Tesla wants to stick with the minimalistic approach, what they could do was to make a head-up display that would then easily replace the dashboard you normally have here. And that would, for me, work quite well. The combination of head-up display with the screen, with the information would be a good solution. Another disadvantage with the approach Tesla has chosen is that a big part of the screen is reserved for the driving information on the left side. And on the right side, where you have all the information, in this case the navigation map, it is quite far away. And of course you can adjust it, but it is not ideal. I think the combination would be better with the screen as they have it and a head-up display, so you have all the information available to you when you're driving. This car has a full self-drive option, which is working so-so in my opinion. Now it is self-driving. If I want to do a lane change, I can do that. Indicate, press the steering wheel, so it doesn't work this time. Let's try again. Oops, like this. So it is not ideal. I think this is something, you know, that Tesla needs to do a lot more work on. Like in all Teslas, everything happens on the screen in the middle of the console. And I like the screen because it's very easy to maneuver in it when you're not driving. You have the main screen, all the functions that the car has. You have a navigation, which is extremely fast. So you tip in the destination and bam, it will tell you very quickly the way to go. That is very good. I like the cameras. The cameras work really fast. They have a super high resolution. And last but not least, what is also extremely nice is that you can watch a YouTube video, you can go on the internet or watch Netflix if you have time that you spend in the car. And the sound system in the Model Y is fantastic. It is so much value for money that it is probably one of the best you will find in the marketplace. And when I'm driving, I like to listen to music or to podcast. So a high quality sound system in a car is really important to me. This brings me to the final verdict on the Tesla Model Y long range. I've decided to give the Tesla 4 stars out of 4 because I think it is one of the best cars in this compact SUV segment. It's up there with the best, but you will have to live with the way, the philosophy that Tesla has decided on in terms of how you drive the car, how you work the functions. If you don't like doing everything over the screen in the middle of the console, then it's not the car for you. But if you can live with that, I think I can strongly recommend you have a test drive in the Tesla. In terms of the in-car entertainment, the Tesla does a few things really well. The sound system is fantastic. And what is quite nice about the Tesla, they get over-the-air updates all the time. So when you drive the car, every week, every month, there's some improvements that are made by Tesla and you don't even notice. In recent months, Tesla reduced the prices of their cars significantly. First in January, and again here in April, they reduced the prices. And now these cars, the Tesla Model Y and the Tesla Model 3 particularly, are some of the best bargains in their segments. So it is worth comparing the Tesla to the other cars that you may be considering. In terms of technology, Tesla is pushing the envelope when we talk autonomous driving. This car has the full package, so it will potentially offer autonomous drive at a later stage. It is still far from perfect, but it is up there with the best in the industry for the moment. But there's a lot still to be improved. What can Tesla do better? In terms of build quality, they have come a long way, but I think there's still more potential in terms of build quality. In terms of the materials they use inside the cabin, also come a long way, but the German premium brands, they do a better job there too. The suspension on the Tesla is very good, but it is not as refined as the best in the segment. And finally, the tonneau cover of the Model Y, I'm sorry, that is just not good enough. That's fiddly and not a good solution. So definitely there, Tesla, you can do a better job. Thank you for watching my video. Please share, like, and comment. If you are interested in electric vehicles, you can also see some of my other videos on my YouTube channel, Mobility Insider. Among others, I tested the Model S Plaid, the ID Bus, the Microlino, the Smart #1, and the Audi Q4 e-tron. Have fun.